So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, I can indicate, I can see already if you're happy with me or displeased with me. How? Say, I swear by the Lord of Ibrahim. Now there is something wrong. You are not happy with me. But when you say, I swear by the Lord of Muhammad, that you are happy with me. He said, only, O Prophet of Allah, is only that. Only the word, but you understand, is my but you're always there. When she say, oh, my head, you say, oh, this is my head, not your head. You see? That means he's aching when she's aching. وَكَانَ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ فِي مِهْنَةِ أَهْلِ. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to be there to assist his wife. Okay? Sometimes, okay, well, I'm not going to say 24/7, washing dishes, iron, no, okay? But the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do certain chore in his own. All right? Fixing his shoes, okay? Cleaning his soap, bugs, anything on it, all right? So he's not waiting for, he used to milk the sheep. This is almost like preparing a meal. Because this is it. Milking the sheep and drinking the milk, and this is it. This is the dinner, all right? There is nothing wrong that sometimes you roll your sleeves and you can go wash the dishes, especially if you see her stomach in front of her, 6 months, 8 months. No, honey, no, you could not. You're not going to be standing on your feet. And you go take a pillow and put it in her feet. Raise your feet up. There's nothing wrong with this. Okay? Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. No, you're not cooking tonight. I'm having a surprise. And after this, you go bring her the Chinese food that she likes. Okay? There's nothing wrong with this. Be kind to the creation of Allah. Okay? Exactly. Be nice to them. وَعَاشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. And this ma'ruf, good term, words and action. Words and action. To some scholars even say the goodness to the wife is not being patient to her annoyment, but to be good when she is mad. To be good to her. Okay? But we have to know how to balance ourselves and how to be patient with our wives, because this boat or this ship, if you want to continue sailing, okay, you have to let it go sometimes. And sometimes you have to act as if you didn't hear it. Otherwise, it's destroying the whole thing. Children involved. And after this is going to be a stepfather, and it's going to be, understand, all kind of things, okay? So sometimes you're going to bite your teeth, or you bite your tongue, whatever you bite. Yeah, bite your tongue, bite your fingernails, bite it, okay? And this is what Allah say, وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ. But it's not going to be 24/7. I'm not going to be biting my fingers every day. Oh, you are here. Until after this, I have no hand, okay? Some people, okay? And the next day, biting, after this, what's happened to your arm, man? I finished eating it up. I ate the whole arm, okay? That could not be like this. But you know, sometimes, especially working women, which we did not support this, she have enough. She have hell there in her work. Okay? And her boss, you understand, his wife giving her boss, or his wife, whatever the boss is his wife, her husband, boss is a woman. And her husband, they got in some kind of a problem this morning. Now she runs the whole factory, everybody standing in their toes. Okay? So sometimes, I understand, we're going to have to bite. And Allah said, وَالْقَاضِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. Those who control their anger when they get angry. And those who forgo. Sometimes they let it go. Not only control the anger, but sometimes they let it go. And this is the way anger will go. And also at the same time, we're going to remind the women about that this your husband, this is your imam. Okay? This is Allah tests you. Allah tests you in this life. How to be submission and how to listen and how to obey. You see? So it's a struggle. And both of us, male and female, husband and wife, we have to understand that is a test for both of us. And we have to meet the challenge that we have to keep this marriage. But especially in a place like in America, and especially among Muslims, because, hey, it's no big deal, man. He divorced her, next day he marry another wife. He leave Colombia, he will go to North Carolina, a new marriage. And leave North Carolina and go to Mississippi, a new wife, a new husband, a new wife, a new husband, keep going like this. Okay? There is nothing more easier in America than divorce among Muslims. Because you get married and you get divorced, you don't have to go to court, you don't have to pay alimony, you don't, nothing. So as a matter is say, brother, I'm making a hijrah. Oh yeah? Make a hijrah. Making hijrah, what about the sister? You understand dowry. Oh brother, she's a bad mouth. Okay, we know the bad mouth, he divorced her. Where is her dowry? Or he may give the dowry and after this, while she's sleeping, he go open whatever, he took it and he buys a ticket. Greyhound bus station. Buy a ticket and go. Okay? Go to North Carolina and a new wife. And after this, the same thing and keep, and she would do the same thing. She would do the same thing, okay? He put me in iddah and he didn't give me iddah, so I told the imam, give me iddah, and now I'm about my business. Another husband, another... Huh? No. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَعَاشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. And he's saying, أي على كل مؤمن أن يعاشر زوجته بالمعروف وهو الإحسان إليها وعدم الإساءة إليها بقول أو فعل, not to annoy her by action or saying. And if a believer hate his wife, he should be patient with her. Okay? He should be patient with her because Allah said, وَعَاشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ فَإِنْ كَرِهْتُمُوهُنَّ. But if you dislike them, or if you hated them, Allah wants you to have sabr. Allah wants you to have patience. Why? وَلَا يُطَلِّقُهَا, not to divorce her. Because فَلَعَلَّ اللَّهَ تَبَارَكَ وَتَعَالَى يَجْعَلُ فِي بَقَائِهَا خَيْرًا. Perhaps Allah may make something good out of being patient with her. What kind of khair? Maybe Allah will give you a child from her. Maybe Allah, of course, not even maybe, Allah will give you blessings for being patient with her. So you get in khair. You get in khair because when you are patient with annoyment and trouble, you get in reward. So if it's not, the khair will come in one of many forms. But one of them, and maybe Allah will bless you with a child from her. And this can be khair. Good. Or being patient with her, you will get reward. Because Allah said what? إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Allah gave the patient one their reward with no measurement. Some of us will think patience only when somebody dies. Now I have to be patient. No, patience is a calamity. And calamity can be in your own house, in your own family, with your own wife. Okay? But sometimes this patience will come, you understand, become so thin, and anything will be, you understand, something else. Okay? So now when you know that you could not take it anymore, when you know that if she say one word more, okay, and you said it to her, one word more, you know what's going to happen. Okay? No, now when we get the matter so serious about it like this, now we say, okay, if you know you could not take it anymore, you could not be patient anymore, that now everybody have to go his way. Look, say what? Exit.
There's the door.
Is this exit? This is not a door. This is the exit. Emergency exit. So when it comes about emergency, you better exit, okay? But usually you have to go from here. This is the door. But in case of fire, there is emergency exit, okay? So we are not going to wait until the fire make us shish kebab or barbecue inside the house burning, okay? Because they say, Allah said, be patient. Yeah, everything has a limit. Right. And in time of fire, you have to open the emergency exit. And this is the beauty of Islam. It didn't tell you every day divorce marriage, but Islam made it exit. And you have to think many times, okay? Especially when there is children involved. All right? وعاشروهن بالمعروف فإن كرهتموهن فعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا ويجعل الله فيه خيرا كثيرا. Allah saying, certainly you may dislike something and Allah will make a lot of good in it. Okay? So we have to understand and believe what Allah is saying. Allah is saying that there is things that we may hate it. Okay? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can bring something good out of it. You may love her. You may understand, get used to her behavior. You may understand that Allah give you a child from her. Or that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a reward for your patience. All these things in good. But look to the direction and the instruction of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, لا يفرق مؤمن مؤمنة إن كره منها خلقا رضي منها آخر. A believer is not supposed to hate a believer woman. A believing man is not supposed to hate a believing woman. Because if he dislikes some of her quality, there is other qualities that good in her. If you think a woman, everything in her is wrong, do you know what it is? That everything in you is wrong. There is no a man, everything in him wrong. There is no woman, everything in her wrong. But if you start to see everything is wrong, this is reflection. This is a mirror that you see in yourself. Okay? She doesn't listen, but does she cook good? Yeah, man. Her food is good. Okay? Does she cook good? No, man, it's terrible. I'd rather not to eat and not to taste their food. But how do you understand? Your clothes is ironed, your clothes is washed, everything. Man, everything is good except the cooking. So what? There is no hur een in the dunya. There is hur teen. Okay? Hur een in Jannah. Hur teen is in dunya. So it's still going to be a mixture between good and bad here, okay? There is no a perfect husband, there is no a perfect wife. But with patience, you understand, endurance, and trusting in Allah, with dua, with qiyam al-layl, things can change. But when it comes about nushuz, that a woman wants going up, step up, okay? And now it's going to be, you tell her right, she will go left. Pray, she doesn't pray. Cover, she doesn't cover. You understand? And things like that. And it's that you know that there is no change. Somebody, brother, I've been for 2 weeks talking to her about the same issue. Oh, I thought he's saying 2 years. No, brother, I said 2 weeks. Your brother, you could not. You need to go for a husband training program. Okay, this is what it is. There is nothing called 2 weeks.
It don't exist.
When you come to tell me 2 years, now I can say it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Okay? Other than this, we have to understand, and I repeat myself again, especially when there is a children involved, that we have to slow down and think twice, thrice, and 10 times. Okay? And we need to compromise sometimes. And we need to go to the imam sometimes. We need to go for family consultation sometimes. And we need to understand, okay, now if things is not going to work, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had allowed divorce, and we don't use what this week hadith or people saying the most hated thing by Allah is divorce. This is not correct concept, okay? But like I said, it always have to be emergency exit, otherwise it's no good. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us with what we heard this morning, to be a light and direction and guidance for us in our life, and to have to remember always that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put these women under our supervision, and Allah will ask us, because كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. And the key word for the sisters, maybe we did not have many sisters this morning, okay, or the sister who here in the morning, mashallah, is so obedient to their husband, but we say to those who may hear on the internet, the key word, listen. Try to listen, try to be obedient. If you want to control your man by being obedient to him, you will control him, he will give you, he buy you whatever you want, being obedient to him. Is the advice of a mother to her daughter. He said, be a earth for him, كوني له أرضا يكن لك سماء. You be like a earth that he walk in it. He will be like a heaven that cover you. Okay? So if a woman really want to have control over her husband, all what she need to listen to him. He will turn to be like a baby to her. He tell him right, left, eat, don't eat, go, come, and then he will do it. Okay? But some women, they have this mentality of won't wear the pants. Please buy skirt or buy what you call jilbab and wear it. Leave the pants to the man, leave the tie, you understand, the necktie or whatever to the man. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the Quran and Sunnah be guidance for all us. Ameen. Any question, any comments, any correction, feel free to do so, inshallah. All right, before we close, the understanding.